The hand of Yahweh was upon me, and carried me out in the Ruach Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of Adam, can these bones live? And I answered, O Adonai Yahweh, you know. Again he said unto me, Prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. Thus says Adonai Yahweh unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live.
Hey, Yexer.
Signs of the times, take a look at all these blood moons. Nation against nation, Yashar'AL, we going home soon. Ice melts with fervent heat, elemental cold bars. Messiah coming back, I'm sky watching, blow the shofar. My people waking up, returning to the Torah. America's Babylon, another Sodom and Gomorrah. Scattered to the four corners, African diaspora. 7 feast days, 7 branches on menorah. Yahuwah is Yahusha, manifested in flesh, and he shed his own blood and experienced death. You will never understand without the Ruach HaKodesh, and the dry bones awakening. Yahuwah gets breath. The dry bones awakening. Yashar'AL is awakening. Yahuwah, he is straightening, returning to Yahuwah so quickly we are hastening. The dry bones awakening. Yashar'AL is awakening. Yahuwah, he is straightening, returning to Yahuwah so quickly we are hastening. Yashar'AL will rise, we the people of Zion, and his judgment for the heathens from the tribe of the lion. And the grafted in is with us, cause their hearts have been ripened. Other nations will perish, cause of Torah defiance. Made no account of our labors, they were lawless and pious. And instead of Yahuwah gave you religion and science. And no mention of Yahusha, they just forced your compliance. The oppressor still prospers while we suffer in silence. What's one way to destroy a black king or a queen? Push abortion, LGBT, tell them take the vaccine. Black culture in America only feeding the evil. Dry bones awakening, Yahuwah still loves his people. The dry bones awakening. Yashar'AL is awakening. Yahuwah, he is straightening, returning to Yahuwah so quickly we are hastening. The dry bones awakening. Yashar'AL is awakening. Yahuwah, he is straightening, returning to Yahuwah so quickly we are hastening. The dry bones awakening. Yashar'AL is awakening. Yahuwah, he is straightening, returning to Yahuwah so quickly we are hastening. The dry bones awakening. Yashar'AL is awakening. The dry bones awakening. Yashar'AL is awakening.
And ye shall know that I am Yahweh. So
Hey, Yexer.
Abba Yahuwah, this an honest discussion. Not worthy of your grace when I reject your instruction. Why do you love me, Father, often feeling unworthy? Still struggle with my flesh, but you still show me mercy. My family not there, I see the love that you show me. Consider suicide just to be with you closely. My mother doesn't love me and we've all made mistakes. And to her I'm not good enough, I'm just a disgrace. I'm not a perfect man, yeah I'm flawed and will fall. But you look beyond my faults and the assault of my thoughts. And I wasn't born righteous, I was born as a sinner. Satan had me in his grasp, he's a horn-shaped shifter. Sick and tired of the struggle, sick and tired of oppression. Await the reign of Jacob, the inheritance of blessings. Yahuwah my Father, honest is all I can be. Why do you truly love me? Cause within I can't see. It's an honest discussion. It's an honest discussion. It's an honest discussion. Honest discussion. Honest discussion. Yeah, these nations all hate us, yeah, it's true and apparent. Since I'm speaking honestly, let me be transparent. These Gentiles hate us cause of what we'll inherit. They fear the black Messiah, they think it's so nightmarish. I hate Babylon, America, one day she'll burn. The Jewish stole our heritage, one day they gon' learn. Father, I know what you said, I believe what you promised. But your people are so tired of being impoverished. No matter what we do, we just can't get ahead. And so many of our people locked up or they dead. And this world hates your people and deny the oppression. And they sure don't want the curses, but they want all the blessings. Now they mad that we fighting back, they fear the aggression. We'll never forget the evil and we learned a harsh lesson. They teaching to the masses that the Christians replaced us. Judgment coming to the heathens, not the ones who embrace us. I'm coming to you humbly, this an honest discussion. You promised to avenge us and you promised destruction. It's an honest discussion. It's an honest discussion. I'm coming to you humbly, this an honest discussion. You promised to avenge us and you promised destruction. It's an honest discussion. It's an honest discussion.
They said that the Messiah was nothing but a friend of sinners, prostitutes. If he was on the earth today, they would call him a thug. They would call him a nigger. Because that's who he came from amongst. He rose from out of the ghettos of Nazareth. But listen to what happened to the Messiah. Because John chapter 19 verse 30, when he was getting lynched, it says, when the Messiah therefore had received the vinegar, he said, it is finished. And he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. So even the Messiah, the King of Kings, died like a nigga.
Hey, Yashar'AL.
Yeah. Yahuwah undefeated, yeah, he sits high above. He called us chosen, but we call ourselves niggas and thugs. A reproach in the our nation, show us no love. And these heathens call us criminals, but we really Jacob. Prophecy coming to pass, dry bones waking up. Psalms 23, Father, please fill up my cup. Pour out the ruach of wisdom, fill your children all up. We got Stockholm syndrome, slave master all in our blood. And Yahushua HaMashiach, he the realest on earth. And the ruach of Yahuwah, it brought forward his birth. And the truth being offered, you don't want it, it hurts. Because he looks like the people who you treated the worst. He will smite our oppressors with a sword in his mouth. And no wonder the truth got you wrestling with doubt. Another innocent black man mocked, beaten, and lynched. In America, the police would do the same in a pinch.
The Messiah was looked upon as a nigger of niggers. They even called him the King of the Hebrews. They didn't mean that in a flattering way. They was called, when they lynched him, they put the sign up that said King of the Hebrews. Basically, they was calling him the nigger of all niggas, is what they was calling him. Lynched, hung, just like so many other of our people. If he was on the earth today, they would call him a thug. They would call him a nigger.
Yeah. Yahuwah undefeated, yeah, he sits high above. He called us chosen, but we call ourselves niggas and thugs. A reproach in the our nation, show us no love. And these heathens call us criminals, but we really Jacob. Prophecy coming to pass, dry bones waking up. Psalms 23, Father, please fill up my cup. Pour out the ruach of wisdom, fill your children all up. We got Stockholm syndrome, slave master all in our blood. Yahushua the Messiah, he was sent to his sheep. And these European Christians aim to keep you asleep. White supremacy is made, this deception run deep. Yeah, they whitewash Messiah to keep you below and beneath. Black man, black woman, truly made in his image. Satan used the Caucasian just to make his own image. So he gave you white Jesus and presented his thesis. And it doesn't take a genius to see the lies that he teaches.
The same ones who they call niggas, that they celebrate our death. They celebrate us laying in the street bleeding with bullet holes. The same ones they celebrated. Just like in Revelation, it talks about the two witnesses lay dead in the streets and nobody cared about their death. But instead they celebrated the death. Just like they say every day somewhere in America, a Negro is killing another Negro. Well, we need to destroy and slaughter our own lower self and wicked self. Like the Messiah said, if your right eye causes you to sin, cut it out. Not saying we do that actually or physically. It means we maintain dominance over those things that are trying to urge us to sin against the Most High. I got to meditate on the laws and commands of Torah every day. Because meditating on those laws, it defeats the nigga in me because it forces me to think like royalty.
Hey, Yasher.
Shalom, shalom, family. All praises to the highest, Yahuwah. We are back. Family, it's so good to see y'all. We are here together once again to esteem the name of Yahuwah and reveal this biblical truth. Before we jump into this, fam, can I get an all esteem to the highest? Like, can I get a all esteem to the highest? Can I just all esteem to the highest, Yahuwah, Yahusha. So, fam, we gonna jump into this. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to the moderators. Of course, I see Yummy in the building. I see Lele here. I see, let's see, hold on. Let me make sure I'm not missing my mods. Lele, Yummy, Yaudi Blue is in the building. Shalom, shalom to you, beloved sister. Good to see you. I think that's it for the moderators, if I'm not missing anybody. Shout out to the general chat. Jane is here. Shalom to you. Zabida. Oh, actually, before we jump into this, fam, Zabida asked me to ask you guys to keep her in prayer. So this is what she said. She's dealing with some internal emotional issues, and she's just at home taking care of her family, serving Yahuwah. The enemy has been attacking her in the mind and wants to scare her. All right. So if you guys see her in the chat, show her some love, encourage her, keep her in Palah before the throne of the Most High. You feel what I'm saying? This is what we are called to do as the children of the Most High, is to uplift a brother or a sister in Yahuwah Yahusha. All praises to the Most High. Let's do that for her. Sister, we are going to keep you in Palah, and I'll definitely close out with prayer, okay? Love you very, very much, and we're all here for you, okay? You're not alone in this, all right? Okay, fam. So
This is actually interesting, you know what I'm saying, to bring out right now. Considering it's so-called Black History Month, I'm just all about getting our people to wake up to understand these Abary, you know what I'm saying, or what the Gentiles call Hebrew roots. You feel me? Not the roots of, you know what I'm saying, just the Torah observance and all of that, but even getting more familiar with our forefathers, what their actual names were. You think about Babylonian captivity, you think about, you think about the name change, right? The name changes that took place, when the Yahudim went into Babylonian captivity, and how Nebuchadnezzar, he changed their names to Babylonian names, right? I was just talking to a sister the other day, and we were just talking about how it's crazy how when you think about those 3 Yahudi boys that were thrown into the fiery furnace, everybody calls them by their slave names. You feel me? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? But we don't call them by their actual names before they were Babylonianized. You feel me? I call them by their true names. Okay. So Yashar'AL is who Meshach was. And his name means who or what is like Aluah. You feel me? That's fire. That's all praises to the highest. You feel me? If I have a son, me and my woman, we are in agreement. That's going to be the name. You feel me? All esteem to the highest. That one. Facts. Then you have Meshach. All right. Or no, Meshach would be Yashar'AL. Then you have Abednego. Okay. And that would be Azariyahu. Azariyahu, which means Yahuwah has helped. Okay. So you've got Yashar'AL, you've got Azariyahu, and then last but not least, you have the name Kananyahu, okay, which is favored of Yahuwah, okay? So that's why the names are important, bro. I keep telling people wonder why I go so hard for the name Yahuwah, Yahusha. I keep making songs about Yahuwah, Yahusha. In the Abary tongue, it's so powerful, family. And I think that's one of the things I'm realizing the more I, look at the language. I've been studying Abary for probably like taking it more seriously to really, really actually learn it. Because I've been in this truth since 2019, but I didn't really actually dig into it until like recently. Because I was seeing so many like doctrines being thrown around in this awakening. And I was like, bro, the only way I'm really going to be able to break all these things down, see through the lies, is to learn the tongue. You feel me? And then it's like embracing who I am as Yashar'AL and all of that. I'm like, okay, so they hid our language. Damn it, I'm going to learn it. You feel me? So all praises to the highest. Yada Yahuwah. It's by the Ruach HaKadosh that I've been able to learn it. So it's not nothing of my own. It's just the Father has put some things in front of me and help me understand the language and be able to break down the modern Hebrew to get the true Abary words. That's what we're going to be doing today. So without further ado, fam, we're going to jump into this. I'm really excited about this one. Okay. So the 12 sons of Jacob. Now we know that Jacob's name was changed to Yashar'AL. Yashar. Okay. Yashar means upright, and then all is short for Aluah. That's why we don't call him Elohim. That's why we don't call him God. That's why we don't call him Lord. But obviously Aluah means mighty one, singular. So whenever you say Yashar'AL or all at the end of the name, it's in reference to the Most High. That's why, like I said, Yashar'AL, his name would be who or what is like Aluah. So Yashar'AL. So we're going to go through his 12 sons, and we're going to look at their names, and we are going to look at what led to them having these names. And then, of course, we're going to connect this back to Yahusha, because all these names, believe it or not, connect back to the king. All praises. So let's get into it, man. I'm excited. Please hit the like button. Please, 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 please hit the like button, fam. Appreciate y'all. All right. So here we go. Now, it's important you understand the women involved who brought forth these sons of Jacob. All right. The first person I'm going to introduce you to is Leah, or in the English, they call her Leah. Okay. So this is Leah. She is the oldest daughter of Laban. Laban was the brother of Rebecca. Okay. And Rebecca is Jacob's mother. Okay. Jacob and Esau's mother. So that would be his uncle, Jacob and Esau. So this is Leah. She's the oldest daughter of Laban and the older sister of Rachel, or who we call Rachel. Okay. And she was given to Jacob as his first wife, though he did not love her. And she bore to him 6 sons. Now, I'm going to be honest, bro. Leah is a very, very sweet woman. Very, very beautiful, very, very sweet, had a really, really good heart. But unfortunately, Jacob did not really love her, and he treated her very terribly. You feel what I'm saying? He wanted her younger sister, who is Rachel or Rachel. And, you know, according to kind of the way the Hebrews do things, the Abarim or the Israelites and stuff like that do things, is that usually what happens is if a man wants to take someone's daughter for a wife, usually how it works according to the way our people did things is you're going to get the oldest daughter instead of the youngest one. But Jacob was attracted to the younger one. And so you're going to kind of see her experiences. And as I said, it's important to understand this because her sons, the children that she bore, and then the other children, they all tie, you know, especially the ones that she bore, they all tie to what she was experiencing at the time. So it's actually really, really profound. All right. Now, let's keep going. So, as I said, she was not really loved very much by Jacob, but we're going to just read a little bit more about her story so we can understand what was going on at that time. Okay. But she bore to him 6 sons, and we're going to get to those sons and all of that in a second. Now, this is Rachel. This is the youngest daughter of Laban and the younger sister of Leah, who Jacob truly loved. And she birthed 2 of Jacob's sons. Okay. So this is Laban, his other daughter. We just looked at Leah. That's his oldest or eldest daughter. And then this is his youngest daughter, who is going to be Rachel. And this is who Jacob really, truly wanted when he was, you know, doing his he was like more like an indentured servant for his uncle Laban, and he wanted Rachel or Rachel. Now, this is Bilal, okay? And she was one of the servants, the female servants of Rachel, okay? And she bore 2 of Jacob's sons. So we have multiple women here. Now, the thing is, I need to make something clear. I know some of y'all might come for me in the comments section, but the way this was originally supposed to go, the only woman Jacob actually truly wanted was Rachel. He didn't want all these women. If I'm being honest with you, he wasn't pursuing them. He wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, even putting that in their minds or anything like that. He kept on bargaining to Laban, I want Rachel. Okay. That's who he had his eyes on. That's, you know what I'm saying? He had the hots for her. You feel me? So when people use polygamy and stuff like that, listen, I'm not going to say that it's against Yahoo or anything like that. But if you're going to use Jacob to say, oh, we're supposed to have multiple wives and all of that, just consider the fact that that wasn't his intention. He was literally working under Laban to get Rachel. That's all he wanted. That's the only one he wanted. All right. But obviously things ain't work out like that. We'll get to that in a second. Okay. So this is Rachel's handmaid, and she bore 2 of Jacob's sons. Then last is Zilpah, and Zilpah was Leah's handmaiden, and she also bore 2 sons to Yaakov. Okay, so before we continue, I'm gonna just jump over here to the comments section because I know I dropped a lot on y'all, and I just want to make sure y'all are still with me here. All right, so I just want to make sure we good. Latanya from Facebook is in the building. Shalom to you, sister. Good to see you. Yeah, we are doing a simultaneous stream because I feel like our people on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, need to know this stuff too and understand this. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to important things, like especially what we're going to be doing throughout this pagan month of February, is getting our people to know these truths that make things clear. You know what I'm saying? So it's important. So all praises to the highest. Donald J. Trump is the anti-Messiah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I do believe that 100%, but we got to stay on topic. Okay. DW Page is in the building. Oh, snaps. What's up, Ak? All praises to the Most High. Good to see you, fam. Latanya, Shalom, your excellent family. I love y'all. All praises to the Most High in the mighty name of his son, Yahusha HaMashiach. Thank you. All praises to the Most High, Yahusha HaMashiach. Yada Yahuwah. Sha'al's in the building. What's up, Ak? Good to see you. Debar Yahuwah is in the building. Shalom, sis. His creation. This really made me sad for our foremother. Yeah. You know, unfortunately, but see, that's the beauty of Yahuwah. He saw what she was going through. And we're going to get into all of that, okay? But he saw her grief. And the Most High, oh, he blessed that black woman abundantly, okay? And that's why I think there's a lesson for women in this story, okay? I'm going to be honest. Let me just come back on the screen real quick. There is an important lesson for women in this story, especially Israelite women. Okay, I know that there is a spirit of competitiveness, cattiness. You know what I'm saying? That is not something the Most High likes. Okay, just like I can't have a spirit of, you know, jealousy or, you know, evil intentions toward a brother, Israelite Ak. You know what I'm saying? Just like a woman should not look at another black woman, another Israelite woman in jealousy or, you know, want to take what she got or want to plot against her. I, as an Israelite man, cannot feel that way against a woman, an Israelite woman, nor towards an Israelite brother. You feel what I'm saying? Yahuwah wants us to, you know, be able to trust each other, love each other, respect each other. And so that's why this lesson, I think, is good for women to understand as well. We're going to get into a little bit of that. So, you know, for the daughters of Zion. So for the daughters of Zion, this is a very, very important lesson, more so for you than the men. But I think there's something men can get from it as well. All right. So let's keep going. Just wanted to put that out there real quick. Okay. All praises. So we went through Leah. All right. We went through Zalpha. We just looked at Zalpha. We looked at Rakal. And then we looked at Balha, okay? All of these women were all instrumental in bringing forth the 12 sons of Jacob, all right? Let's keep going. All right, so let's read about it. This is Bereshith, or Genesis 29, 16 through 32. Now Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger, Rakal. And the eyes of Leah were weak, but Rakal was beautiful in appearance. Okay, obviously, if she was younger, right? So she had, you know what I'm saying, that cute baby, you know, baby girl kind of face, which I guess Jacob was, you know, feeling, obviously, which makes sense. Okay, and exceedingly fair in countenance. And Jacob loved Rakal and said, I will serve you 7 years for your younger daughter, Rakal. Okay, so this is Jacob going to his uncle and saying, okay, you know what? I'll serve you for 7 years. We're going to make an agreement. All right. I serve you for 7 years. You allow me to take your youngest daughter, Rakal, for a wife. All right. That was the agreement. 19. And Laban said to him, it is better that I should give her to you than I should give her to another man. Dwell with me. And Jacob served for Rakal 7 years, and they were before him as a few days by reason of his loving her. And Yaakov or Jacob said to Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled that I might go into her. All right, so Jacob worked hard for his uncle. You feel what I'm saying? He put that work in. He, you know what I'm saying, served faithfully to Laban. So he was like, all right, Unc, so look, you know what I'm saying? I done did that work. You know what I'm saying? I done paid my dues. What's up with Rakal? You know what I'm saying? I done did the 7 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for her now. I done fulfilled my end of the bargain. What's good? You know what I'm saying? He you know what I'm saying? I'm just imagining Jacob in my mind, like just kind of rubbing his hands like, yeah, so what's good with Rakal though? You know what I'm saying? I done did my thing. Well, what's good with Rakal? You know what I'm saying? You know how we be talking to our family members and stuff like that. So let's keep going. All right. 22. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a marriage feast. And it was even, or Arab, okay, sunset. And he took his daughter Leah and brought her into Jacob, and Jacob went in unto her. And Laban gave to his daughter Leah Zalpha, his handmaid, as a handmaid for her. And it was morning, and behold, it was Leah. And Jacob said to Laban, what is this you have done to me? Did I not serve you for recall? And wherefore you have deceived me? So in this scenario, let me make sure I'm explaining this clearly here. Okay? So Yaakov, all right, he sat with Laban and said, I want recall. I'll serve you 7 years for her, your youngest daughter. And they had a marriage feast and everything. So apparently it was even or evening. So it was dark outside at that. Well, actually, obviously it would be dark or whatever, right? Or if it was a rob, then that means that it would be leading into the darkness, but it was dark in the house at least. So he brought him into a room, and the woman he thought was in the bed waiting on him was Leah, and it wasn't recall, but he went in onto her. Okay. So there was a little trickery going on. He said he wanted recall, but it was Leah that was in the bed. You feel what I'm saying? So the sun comes up and everything, and he looks and he's all like, yo, what is this? This is not who I served you for. I wanted recall, but he had already laid with Leah. You feel what I'm saying? So there was some tomfoolery going on over here, y'all. Okay? There was some tomfoolery going on amongst the descendants of Shem. Okay, because we didn't have no Israelites yet. We talking about Abary. We talking about Hebrews. We talking about descendants of Shem, Abary, descendants of Abary, Hebrews. Okay, but there was some trickery going on here. Okay, so he low-key set Jacob up. All right, I know this is crazy, like just talking about this, but I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? That was our people, though. You feel me? It's just how it went down. All right, so let's keep going. This is just, I know it's crazy, but it gets crazier. All right, so he's like, bro, you done con me, you done set me up. You ain't fulfilled your end of the bargain. You said I could serve you and have your younger daughter, and then you give me Leah. Okay, so what happens? Let's keep going. And Laban answered, it is not done thus in our country to give the younger before the elder. So fulfill then her sevens, and I will give you to her also in return for your labor, which you labor with me, yet 7 other years. And Jacob did so. He wanted her that bad. He was like, you know what? I need her. I have to have her. You feel what I'm saying? So that boy Jacob did another 7 years. You feel what I'm saying? Because he loved her that much. He was that attracted to her. So, and Laban gave him his daughter Rachel for a wife after the 7. And Laban gave to his daughter his handmaid Bilhah for a handmaid to her. And he went unto Rachel, and he loved Rachel more than Leah, and he served him 7 more years. Okay, so he had laid with Leah. When he realized that Leah was not Rachel, he literally just discarded her. You know what I'm saying? And then just went after Rachel. You know what I'm saying? He neglected her. He wanted nothing to do with her, which is just so jacked up, because it's like he laid with her, right? And I could only imagine how that could feel, as, you know what I'm saying, as like for a woman, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like when a man, he seems to be interested, right? And then, he finally gets what he wants. And then, you know what I'm saying, you're just like, oh, you know what I'm saying, he doesn't really love me. You know what I'm saying? That's probably how she felt as a woman. She felt invalidated. She felt insecure. She felt like she wasn't good enough. When I read these scriptures, Yahuwah has helped me be able to kind of understand, when I read the text, to understand the mindset of the person that is being talked about in the specific passage. And again, when I read this story, I just look at the mercy of the Most High, how he understands, you know what I'm saying, how, people feel internally, you know what I'm saying? But when we trust in the Father, right? When we trust in him, that's when he has mercy and he brings forth blessings. Is that faith, that amunah. It's the most important thing. That's why the Bible, one of the most important things, because, you have the works of the Torah, but faith, amunah, and Yahusha. So that's why so many times Yahusha rebuked his people, because they had none. He told the centurion, it was a whole Roman, a whole centurion, a Gentile. He told him, he's like, I've never seen such faith in all of Yashar'AL. That German, or not Salaki, not the German, the Roman, he literally had more faith than most of Yahusha's own people, which is why every time when you hear about his contact with the Gentiles, he would heal them just off the merit of faith that they had. You feel what I'm saying? So amunah is important, period. You know what I'm saying? It's an important thing. And the Most High rewards those who hold to that amunah in him, fully trust in him. You feel what I'm saying? And that's one of the lessons you can learn from this story, is trusting in the Most High. No matter what it looks like, he can make the impossible possible, because there's nothing too hard for Ha'ayun, the Most High. There's nothing too hard for the highest. You feel me? All praises to the Most High. All right. So we're going to keep going. All right. So he served his uncle 7 more years, and he finally, was able to take Rachel for a wife. All right. Let's keep going. So what we just read is that Jacob served his uncle Laban, his mother Rebekah's brother, and desired to marry his younger daughter Rachel. But instead, he was given Laban's older daughter Leah by deceptive means, even though it was out of the ordinary for the youngest to be given to a man first. Jacob served Laban another 7 years to get Rachel. Okay. Continuing on. Unfortunately, Jacob did not love Leah, and much of the birth of her sons were very much grievous for her as a woman. And the names she gives to her sons speaks to the level of grief she dealt with, especially Banyamin. Her, the little baby boy. You know what I'm saying? But it's not even Leah that brought forth Banyamin. Recall, when she brings forth Banyamin or Benjamin, there's something we're gonna get to in a minute that speaks to some of the grief and the pain, because these women experience some sort of grief and pain, and not just the childbearing experience, but emotionally. Okay. And we're going to get to that a little bit more as we keep going. All right. So the name she gives to her son speaks to the level of grief she dealt with, because Jacob did not love her, but Yahuwah blessed her. Right. So if you feel, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you're married. Let's say you're in a relationship. Let's say that you have a friendship, whatever it might be, whatever interaction you have with people, maybe not so much in this truth as much as you are. Sometimes you may feel unloved. You know what I'm saying? I sent my mom something in the text message and she didn't even respond about the scriptures or whatever. Sometimes you feel unloved, but in this moment, Yahuwah proved to her she was not unloved. Maybe the love that she thought she was going to get from Jacob, Yahuwah gave to her. And we're going to read about that. Let's keep going. Barashif, Genesis 29, 31 through 32. And when Yahuwah saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb. Wait a minute. So we read the Septuagint here. We got the most accurate version of the text. Jacob not only didn't love Leah, he hated her. He didn't want her around. You feel what I'm saying? He had a lot of disdain for this woman. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, because again, his eye was only on Rachel. All right, let's keep going. So when Yahuwah saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. Okay, so Leah, who was not wanted by Jacob, not loved by Jacob, Yahuwah opened her womb, and the woman that Jacob actually wanted, Yahuwah made her barren. Now that's interesting here, because usually, now it doesn't talk about how old they are, at least not in this text from what I've seen. I'm sure that's somewhere in scripture if I don't know about it. But usually, you know, that's a little strange because the younger would not be the one that would be barren in most cases if a girl were to have or a woman were to have a child. You know what I'm saying? Usually the older would deal with that. But I mean, obviously it depends on the circumstances and the age and all of that. But this younger girl who'd never known a man, she was barren, but the oldest wasn't. That's interesting. Let's keep going. 32. And Leah conceived and bore a son to Jacob, and she called his name Ra'uban. Okay? That's how his name is pronounced. Who you call Reuben is Ra'uban. Ra'uban. Okay? Saying, because Yahuwah has looked on my humiliation. Okay? She was hurt. But because Yahuwah has looked upon her humiliation, she called him Ra'uban. And we're going to break down his name in a minute. And has given me a son. Now then will my husband love me. So she was hoping Jacob would choose her. She was hoping that Jacob would choose her when she brings forth this son. Okay? And this is Ra'uban. And Ra'uban means see a son. The root word is Ra'ah, which means see. And then ban is son. Ra'uban. See or behold, Hana, a son. Okay? So this was the first son of Jacob that would be born. And again, you find that reference in Bereshith or Genesis 29:32. Because Yahuwah has looked upon my affliction, surely now my husband will love me. Okay? So behold the son, right? Let's keep going. Bereshith, Genesis 29:33, and she conceived again, and she bore a second son to Yaakov. And she said, because Yahuwah has heard that I am hated, okay? He has given to me this one also, and she called his name Shama'un, okay? The root word Shama, all right? When you think about like Deuteronomy 6:4, Shama Yashar'AL, Yahuwah Alua Hinu, Yahuwah Akkad, Yahuwah Yoralua is one. Shama, that means hear or listen. Okay? So Shama'un means hearing. Yahuwah heard that she was hated. Shama. That's the root word of the name Shama'un, which means hearing. And then Bereshith, Genesis 29:33, because Yahuwah has heard Shama that I was hated, he was therefore given to me this son also. Okay? So let me just jump over here to the comment section. I want to see what y'all saying before we continue. You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High. Please hit the like button if you can. Batiyah Baya Yashar'AL's in the building. What's up, sis? All praises. Good to see you. Bianca said, dang, I'm late. Well, hey, you here, sis? All praises to the highest. We only did two boys so far. So we only been on here 43 minutes. Dang, 43 minutes? That's crazy. It feel like it's been way shorter than that. Like, that's crazy. I feel like I've only been on here like 20 minutes. That's crazy. Let's see. At the same time, she knew he wanted her sister. Right. And that's what I mean when I say that. I think just as a woman, you feel what I'm saying? She just felt invalidated. You know, she felt like she wasn't, good enough. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what she would do, he would never see her as his wife because his eye was only fixed on her sister, which is crazy. Vanessa Yah says, do you know that was payback for him and his mother tricking Isaac and Esau? That's actually a very, very interesting perspective. I've actually never thought of it that way, but that's actually very, very plausible. It is a very, very good observation. But what I will say, because sometimes when people ask me about Jacob and Esau and they say, I feel a little uneasy about Jacob because there was some trickery involved, which I could say that there was. But on Esau's part, though, I'll say this. Jacob made it very clear to him that if I give you this bowl of soup, you will sell me your birthright. Okay? He made that very clear. There was no trickery involved when he sat down with his brother and told him that. You feel what I'm saying? Now, maybe Jacob set him up because he was cooking stew at the right time. He was cooking that red pottage at the right time. So if Esau been out in the field all day and he walk into the house and he see his brother over there cooking it up, you know what I'm saying? Cooking up that red sauce, you feel me? He was hungry. He was like, yo, hey, what's good? You know what I mean? So, I mean, maybe Jacob was baiting him with the red soup. I'm just saying, possibly, right? But maybe not. Maybe he didn't know when Esau was coming back. He was just hungry, so he's about to make it for himself. So there's a lot of ways you can look at that. But he did make it clear that, you know, I'll give you this soup if you sell me your birthright. There was no trickery involved in that heat of the moment, right? Esau didn't even value it. And the birthright that he had and was promised to him because he was the oldest, it had no value to him. He didn't even care about it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think twice. He didn't think about it. He was like, yeah, just give it to me. I'm going to die anyway. He didn't even, you know, like give it another thought. He gladly sold it for a bowl of soup. That's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So on the side of Isaac and Rebekah and Jacob, there was some stuff going on, but then I'll also think about what if Yahuwah blinded him conveniently at that time so that this could take place. That's something I'm considering. What if Yahuwah blinded him at that appropriate time? Because remember, Isaac loved Esau more than he loved Jacob. That's what the scriptures say in the Torah. It says that he loved Esau more than Jacob, and Rebekah loved Jacob, which is why, honestly, I think he revealed it to her. He revealed it to her that Jacob was going to be the chosen one, the chosen child by which would come Yashar'AL. He revealed it to her, not Isaac. So you have to factor that in. You have to factor that in, family. You had to factor that in. And also, when you read Jasher, bro, like, I think it's Jasher or Jubilees. I'm not sure. It's one of those books. But when you read about Esau, bro, he literally didn't want to study the ways of Yahuwah. He didn't want to go to the house of Shem, what like Jacob did, and learn, you know, the Torah and understand the ways of Yahuwah. He wanted nothing to do with that. He'd rather stay at the house. He had no zeal for the Most High at all. He didn't. But that was just the way his heart was. But Jacob, though, Jacob understood the importance of the birthright. Jacob trusted in the Most High and what would be promised through that birthright. He understood the value of that birthright. Esau didn't care about it. That's the difference. You always have to factor that in. You feel me? You always have to factor that in. All right, fam. So we're going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, put that out there real quick. All right, fam. Here we go. Okay. So we looked at Shama'un, which means hearing. The root word of his name is Shama, which means to hear or listen. And that reference is Bereshit, Genesis 29:33, because Yahuwah has heard that I was hated. He has therefore given to me also the son. All right. All right. Bereshit 29:34, and she conceived yet again and bore a son. And in him, the present time, my husband will be with me, for I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore, she called his name Louis. Okay. And that would be Levi, but it would actually in Abary would be pronounced Louis. Okay. And Louis means attach. Okay. Attach, to attach to something. Okay. So let's read again. She conceived again and bore a son and said, in this present time, my husband will be with me or be attached to me. For I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore, she called his name Louis. Okay. So you see here in this context, she wanted Jacob to attach to her because she done brought forth 3 sons. So there was always this hope in her heart that, you know what I'm saying, someday he would see her as his wife. Okay. So in this context, she's saying that, in this present time, my husband will attach to me. She was hoping he would attach, which is what Louis means, all right, because she has brought him 3 sons. And that's where the name Louis comes from. All right. So Louis is joined or attached. My husband will be joined with me, or my husband will be attached to me because I have brought forward a son. Barashi, Genesis 29:34. Be with me, attached to me, join with me. And Louis or Levi means joined or attached. Okay. Let's keep going. Barashi, Genesis 29:35, and having conceived yet again, she bore a son and said, now yet again, this time I will praise Yahuwah. Or she said, I will give praise to Yahuwah. Okay, this is why I'm so happy to be from the tribe of Yahudah, bro. This was the one moment where she praised Yahuwah. So she said, Yada Yahuwah. Okay, and when you put those two together, you get Yahudah. Okay, Yahudah. Okay, so and having conceived yet again, she bore a son and said, now yet again this time will I give praise to Yahuwah. Therefore she called his name Yahudah and ceased bearing. And the name Yahudah means Yahuwah be praised. The root word is Yada. Yada means praise. Yada Yahuwah. That's why sometimes, all the time, most of us in this truth, we say Yada Yahuwah, praise Yahuwah. But the name itself is a combination of Yada Yahuwah, which is Yahudah. And we are the praisers. You feel me? That's why a lot of us do music and singing and, art. You know what I'm saying? You think about those Negro spirituals. You know what I'm saying? You think about when our people was, on the plantation singing them Negro spiritual songs. You think why Negroes got so much soul? Come on, y'all. Come on, family. Okay, we are the Yahudim. We are the so-called black Jews. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so all praises to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And that's where Yahudah came in, because she started to develop hope in Yahuwah, praising Yahuwah, right? He then gave, Yahuwah done brought her forth, 4 sons now. So that was a moment of prayer. That was a moment of praise, Yada, to the Most High. You feel me? All right, let's keep going. All right, and this is Yahudah. Yahuwah be praised. Barashi 29:35, and having yet conceived yet again, she bore a son and said, now yet again this time will I will give praise to Yahuwah. Therefore she called his name Yahudah and ceased bearing. And this is Yahudah. Yahuwah be praised. All right. So now we're going to get on over here to Bala. All right. Barashith, Genesis 30, 1-6. And recall, having perceived that she bore Jacob no children, was jealous of her sister. This is what I'm saying. Daughters of Ziyun, that cattiness, that jealousy, you know what I'm saying? Wanting to be in competition with your sister, to the Akim, the brothers out there being jealous in competition with other Israelites. Hey, the Most High don't like that. Dead that. Kill that spirit. Okay? We need to be happy when Yahuwah is raising up our people to do righteousness. Don't be jealous of someone, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? If they doing the will of the Most High, you should be happy for them. Praise Yahuwah. You know what I'm saying? Say Yada Yahuwah. All right? And said to Jacob, give me children, and if not, I shall die. And Jacob was angry with Rachel and said to her, am I in the place of a Leah who has deprived you of the fruit of the womb? So we have Jacob and Rachel. Jacob loved her. He thought she was beautiful. He wanted nothing to do with her sister, who was originally given to him by his uncle. He treated her really, really bad, and she brought forth 4 children. And Rachel didn't bring forth any children, the younger sister of Leah. And now he's angry with her because for some reason, she ain't being able to have children. So now there's some tension in that household because Obviously, Jacob was expecting children. I mean, he knew that the promise would go through his seed. He knew that his seed would bring about the covenant children of Yahuwah. So it makes sense why he was angry. You feel what I'm saying? But this was what Yahuwah was doing as a punishment because of the way he was treating Leah. Sometimes you may not want a certain person, right? Let me speak to y'all in a real way real quick. See, sometimes, right, you be asking the Most High, Father, Yahuwah, Ha'ayun, the Most High, I need this, I want this, Father, I want this, Father, I want that, right? And you pray and you pray and you pray and you pray, right? And then one day, the Most High gives you what you asked him for. But see, sometimes we become so prideful, it's just not good enough. Oh yeah, the Most High gave me a wife, but she just ain't thick enough in the right places. Oh, I pray for the Most High to give me a husband, but he just ain't got that swag that I like. Or maybe I've been praying for a job, to move up, to do a little better in life. But you just got hooked up through, some job that you didn't even think you was going to do. But now the job's not good enough, right? You're struggling, you're going through it, but that job ain't good enough. That husband that the Father gave you ain't good enough. Oh, that woman that Yahuwah done brought to you in truth is not good enough. Sometimes we have to thank the Father for what we have. Sometimes we might consider what he has provided as the bare minimum. And we have to stop looking at things like that. If it's from the Father, it is for you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We be so stiff-necked, sometimes we just tell Father, I don't want this. This ain't good enough for me. And then you asking the Father, oh, where is my husband? Oh, where is my wife? Oh, where is my relief? And Yahuwah looking at you like, you done prayed, you done asked, I done provided, and you didn't want it. It wasn't good enough for you. It wasn't good enough for you. So again, I indeed think that in these passages, family, there is some very, very important messages that we can all learn from our forefathers and foremothers in this particular context. Yes, indeed. Can't factor out the women. Absolutely. All right. So we're going to keep it going. There's still more. All right. So she's telling Jacob, like, Jacob's mad at her. She got jealous of her sister Leah, recall, right? And Jacob is all like, yo, what's up? She's like, I need children. Where are my children? And now it's got to affect him as a man, right? It's affecting her as a woman because she's jealous, but she's also experiencing these issues with being barren. But then Jacob, so as a man, right? Think about it. It's just as almost emasculating as a man if you're with a woman and you're expecting to bring about this promised seed and she's blaming you like, well, maybe something going on with you, right? And so naturally, right, the man is going to lash out like, yo, what, it ain't me, it's you. And she's like, no, it ain't me, it's you, right? So everybody's just pointing the finger, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. But see, where they made a mistake is they weren't checking their hearts, right? They didn't realize that, especially Jacob, he didn't realize that the way in which he was acting towards Leah is what brought about these things on him. And in essence, it was rubbing off on her. She didn't really do anything. You know what I'm saying? And then she got jealous once Leah brought forth those 4 children. But because of what he was doing and who he was pursuing and the way he was going about doing it, how Yahuwah was affecting him was affecting who he truly desired. Right? So the Yahuwah blocked it. He stopped it because of this. He had to teach Jacob and Rachel a lesson while continuing to bless the woman that felt unloved and hated by her husband. How powerful is that, y'all? Praise the Most High. He is worthy. Yada Yahuwah. All right, fam, let's keep it going. All right, so, and Jacob was angry with Rachel and said to her, am I in the place of Leah, who has deprived you of the fruit of the womb? And Rachel said to Jacob, behold, my handmaid, Bala, go into her, and she shall bear upon my knees, and also shall have, I also shall have children by her. And she gave him Bala, her maid, for a wife to him, and Jacob went in unto her. So she's basically, this is almost kind of similar to like the Abraham, Sarah situation, you know, but it was a little bit more different though. I mean, obviously, Sarah was much more advanced in age along with Abraham. And she's all like, oh, I'm too old. And I've been barren all my life. I can't give you no child. Isaac's not going to come through me. Take Hagar. She's a young woman. You know what I'm saying? You just, Abraham, you just take her. You know what I'm saying? Have a child with her. And that's going to be how the child's going to, come into the promise. And she brought forth Ishmael. But see, Yahuwah told Abraham, the child is going to come through Sarah. Okay, so you see, even in that instance, there was a lack of faith on Sarah and Abraham's part. And it's okay because we all human, you feel me? We all human, right? We all can learn from our forefathers' family. We can all learn from them. They all made mistakes at some point, right? The only one who's perfect was Yahusha, all right? But in that moment, she didn't feel like Yahuwah could bring forth a child through her because she was advanced in age and she had been dealing with being barren all her life, right? And Abraham, he had Amunah in the Most High. But in that essence, even though Yahuwah revealed to him it was going to be through Sarah, the way she was feeling had an effect on him. So he took her advice instead of saying, wait, hey, hold on. Yahuwah told me this. We're going to stick with what Yahuwah says. But he was all like, okay, fine. I'll just take Hagar. Right. And then what happened? Tension began to grow in that household because he took Hagar. You feel what I'm saying? So this situation is kind of similar in some ways. You feel me? Not exactly, but there are definitely some parallels. Let's keep going. All right. Verse 5. And Bala, Rachel's maid, conceived and bore Jacob a son. And Rachel said, Leah has given judgment for me and hearkened to my voice. And she has given me a son. Therefore, she called his name Don. Okay. Don means judgment. Okay. So Rachel, she was almost counting it as if she gives Jacob her handmaid because she can't have children, she counted those as her own children, essentially. She was almost using Bala almost like a surrogate in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, the child that she brings forth is going to be my child. You know what I'm saying? So she was saying, okay, well, Yahuwah has avenged me, right? There's judgment there, right? Leah has given judgment, a righteous judgment. And therefore, Don was born by Bala or Bilhah. All right. So Don means judge. And this is Don right here. Or Dan. Don or Dan, however you want to say it. All right. Barashi, Genesis 30, 1-6. And Bala, Rachel's maid, conceived yet again and bore a second son to Jacob. And Rachel said, Leah has helped me, and I contended with my sister and prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali. Naphtali. Okay. So Lewis helped her. Okay. Yashar'AL. And I contended with my sister and prevailed. So contended means to struggle or wrestle with. Okay. And that's what Naphtali means, to wrestle or struggle. All right. And this is Naphtali. All right. Let's keep going. All right. This is Bereshith, Genesis 30, 9 through 11. And Leah saw that she ceased from bearing, and she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her to Jacob for a wife. And he went in unto her. Now, you got to understand that once Leah stopped giving birth to children, she still understood that Jacob had an intention to continue to bear these children, and so she ended up giving Zilpah, who was her handmaid, right, to Jacob. And he also had children with her. Okay. And gave her to Jacob for a wife, and he went on unto her, and Zilpah, the maid of Leah, conceived and bore Jacob a son. And Leah said, it is fortune, or it is good tidings. And she called his name God, or Gad. Okay. And this is Gad right here, which can mean fortune, good tidings, or what you would say is luck. Now, I understand some people, we obviously don't call Yahuwah God, right? Because we know that God is also the Babylonian deity of fortune, which is mentioned in Yashar'AL or Isaiah 65:11. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest. I've always wondered why this woman named this child, God or Gad or whatever you want to call it, right? I'm so used to saying it that way when I'm like, making fun of the name God. But anyway, but then I also understand that the word Gad does mean like good fortune or good tidings or something of that nature. So it's not essentially pagan in origin, but I do not think we should refer to the Most High as God or Lord or anything. I think we should refer to him by his name as well as his restored titles. You know what I'm saying? Like Alua or the Most High or, whatever. Just none of the pagan stuff. All right, let's keep going. All right, Bereshith, Genesis 30, verse 9 and 12 and 13. And Leah saw that she ceased from bearing, and she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her to Jacob for a wife, and he went in unto her. And Zilpah, the maid of Leah, conceived yet again and bore Jacob a second son. And Leah said, I am happy, for the women will pronounce me blessed. And she called his name Ashar or Asher. Okay. So this was the second child that Zilpah bore to Jacob. Okay. And that's Ashar or Asher, which means happy or happily. Okay. And that references Bereshith, Genesis 30, verse 13. Okay. Let's keep going. We're almost done. All right. Now we're going back to Leah. All right. Bereshith, Genesis 30, 14 through 18. And Ra'uban went into the day of barley and harvest. Okay. And found apples of mandrakes in the field. Okay. So it says the day of barley and harvest. Okay. So that was obviously, when I look at this passage, it almost makes me think that it was probably around, the springtime. You feel what I'm saying? Obviously, Yahuwah gave us the spring would be the beginning of the year, but considering that they were collecting barley and harvesting and stuff like that, it would have had to been around the time of spring, when these children were being born. So it gives us a little bit more context to, the time frame in which these children were born. But let's keep going. And found apples of mandrakes in the field and brought them to his mother Leah. So little Ra'uban, okay, Leah's first son, he was in the field and he was, getting some barley and harvest, and he found some apples of mandrakes in the field and he brought them to his mother. And Rachel said to Leah, her sister, give me of your son's mandrakes. And Leah said, is it not enough for you that you have taken my husband? Will you also take my son's mandrakes? And Rachel said, not so. Let him lie with you tonight for your son's mandrakes. So she's like, you've taken my husband, and now you want to take what my son went out to the field to go get. And Recall's like, no, it's not like that. You know, he can lie with me tonight, you know what I'm saying, for your son's mandrakes, which I'm assuming are like some type of like apple or fruit or crop or something of that nature. And Jacob came out in the field at even, and Leah went forth to meet him and said, you shall come into me this day, for I have hired you for my son's mandrakes. And he lay with her that night, and Leah hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bore Jacob's fifth son. And Leah said, Leah has given me my reward, because I gave my maid to my husband. And she called his name Yashar'AL, which is reward. Okay, so Yashar'AL, okay, not Issachar, Yashar'AL. So you have two sheens in his name, so it'll be Yash and then Shakar, Yashar'AL. Okay, and his name means reward or wages. That's why she said, Yahuwah has given me my reward. Jacob finally decided to, consummate with her, and she had another son, and that would be Yashar'AL. Okay. All right. Bereshit, Genesis 30, 19 through 20. And Leah conceived again and bore Jacob a sixth son. And Leah said, Yahuwah has given me a good gift in this time. My husband will choose me or dwell with me. For I have borne him six sons. And she called his name Zabulon. Okay. Zabulon means dwelling. Okay. And this is Zabulon right here. Dwelling or honor. Okay, and that's why she said, my husband will dwell with me, be with me, dwell with me, honor me as his wife. Okay, and for some reason, I did all this through PowerPoint, so it like removed the Abary text. But, I could show y'all, after I get through the lesson. I usually just have the slides here on StreamYard, but for some reason, it removed the Abary text, that I had for each of the names. So I'll just, go through them towards the end of this lesson. All right, Bereshit 30, 20 through 21. And after this, she bore a daughter, and she called her name Dinah. Okay, now this was Jacob's baby girl, his only daughter. A lot of people don't even know that Jacob actually had a little girl, and her name was Dinah. You know what I'm saying? The only girl that Jacob had. The rest of his children were all boys, but he did have one little girl that he had with Leah, and that's Dinah, okay, or Dinah, and her name means judgment also. Now, she actually is interesting. Her name is Dinah because something traumatic happened to her by the nation of Shechem. You know what I'm saying? One of the descendants of Shechem, obviously violated her. And so Yahuwah brought judgment on them through Jacob's sons. They went over there and they slayed them boys, because they had violated their little sister. But this is Jacob's only daughter, and that was Dinah or Dinah, and her name means judgment also. All right. Bereshit, Genesis 30, 22 to 24. And Yahuwah remembered Recall, and Yahuwah hearkened to her, and he opened her womb, and she conceived and bore Yaakub or Jacob a son. And Recall said, Yahuwah has taken away my reproach, and she called his name Yahusaph, saying, let Yahuwah add to me another son. Okay, Joseph or Yahusaph means Yahuwah adds. Okay, Yahuwah adds. All right, Yahuwah will add or increase. Yahusaph is what that means. All right. Bereshit, Genesis 35, 16 through 19. And Jacob removed from Bethel and pitched his tent beyond the tower of Gadar. And it came to pass when he drew nigh to Kabratha to enter into Ephrathah, Rachel travailed, and in her travail she was in hard labor. And it came to pass in her hard labor that the midwife said to her, be of good courage, for you shall also have this son. And it came to pass in her giving up the ghost, for she was dying, that she called his name the son of my affliction, or the son of my pain. Okay, so let me paint this picture for you here. Recall just had one of her sons, okay, which was Yahusaph, okay, and she was literally dying because the labor pain was so bad. So she was in infinite pain, bringing forth Benjamin or Benjamin. So his original name was son of my pain or son of my affliction, because the whole time when she was being jealous of her sister and Jacob was trying to have children with her and she wasn't really, able to have children because she was barren, her sister was having all these beautiful children, and then the handmaids were also having children with Jacob, but she was not able to bear children until she was able to have, obviously, Yahusaf. And then she had one more child, and that was going to be Benjamin. But she literally was in so much pain from bringing forth this child, she ended up originally calling him son of my pain. All right, but let's keep reading, or son of my affliction. So let's keep reading. And it came to pass in her hard labor that the midwife said to her, be of good courage, for you shall also have this son. And it came to pass in her giving up the ghost, for she was dying, that she called his name the son of my affliction, or the son of my pain. But his father called his name Benjamin. So Rachel died, and she was buried in the way of the course of Ephrathah. And this is Beatlakam, or Bethlehem. And Benjamin means son of the right hand. So she was originally going to call him son of my affliction or my pain. But because Jacob loved his son so much, he didn't want his son's name to be a reminder of the pain that the woman that he loved went through bringing forth this child, and everything and all her affliction throughout his experiences with her sister and also the handmaids. So Jacob, didn't want to carry that burden of her affliction, which is why he changed his name to Benjamin, which means son of the right hand. Okay. So, I mean, it's bro, it's deep. It is really, really deep when you really look at it. You know what I'm saying? So when people tell me the names don't matter, I'm just like, what do you mean? How could you say that? You know what I'm saying? And that's why, they kind of like hid the names from you, and they changed the way they're pronounced and all of that with the, the modern Hebrew with the unnecessary vowel points and the Nakud system, with the Aramaic and all of that. They hide all of this, bro, because the Abary, bro, is powerful, y'all. And I'm not talking about, the modern Hebrew. I'm talking about the stuff that was inscribed in stone. I'm talking about what Yahuwah literally wrote the 10 Commandments in with his own finger. Okay, he wrote that in Abary. All right, that was the language he preserved for his children. Matter of fact, it wasn't just us that spoke Abary, because the Canaanites also spoke a very similar dialect. It was the same writings, the same, writing system, but they just spoke a different dialect than we did. Which would make sense because, our forefathers lived in the land of Canaan. So we're surrounded by Canaanites. Yahudah, he married a Canaanite woman, had a child with her and everything. So it would make sense. A whole story just in their names. Yeah. And that's what I'm learning. Like, the more I dig into the language, I've really got very, very, astute in it. So all praises to the Most High. But the more you look at the scriptures, bro, in the original tongue, minus the vowel points and, the modern Hebrew, bro, there's so many messages in it. There is so many deep messages in the names of the books themselves and the way in which they're lined up. They all tell a message. You feel me? Matter of fact, hold on. Before we continue, let me show y'all this. This is crazy. Hold on. I showed this on Facebook before. But I want to show you this about the first 6 books of the Bible. Let's look at that real quick. Hold on a minute. Let me go over here to... I'm going to break this down for you guys so you can understand why I stand on the language so much. Because some people think I'm super overzealous for Yahuwah, Yahusha, which is a good thing, right? But even the names, bro, I don't play about the names, bro. I do not. All right. I'm on Yahuwah, Yahusha all day long. I don't jump around from Yahushai. I don't jump around to Yahusha Shashasha. Okay. I don't jump around to, any of these other Yeshua, none of these. I don't jump around, bro. I've never jumped around. You feel what I'm saying? You listen to my songs, bro. When I've learned the names was Yahuwah, Yahusha, I did a lot of deep digging to really confirm this. And I can confirm it. Even when you look at the scrolls and they mention Joshua, it's spelled Yod He Uashin Ayin. Yod He Uashin Ayin. Yahusha. Yahusha and Joshua had the same name, bro. So if I can confirm it in the Joshua scrolls, bro, that was Yahusha's name. It wasn't anything other than that. Even if you look at the Jewish version of the New Testament, which is in modern Hebrew, you know what I'm saying? It says Yahusha. Not Yahushawa or none of that other stuff. Yahweh Shishi and na. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just play it. All right. So let me show y'all this, man. This is actually pretty interesting. All right. Look at this. Hold on. Share my screen. Okay. So let's look at these books here. Okay. So actually, you know what? Hold on. I got something better for y'all. I actually have the Abary names of the books on my blog. Give me a sec. Let me pull it up for you. Because I had did a teaching on the Abary names of the books. And I'm going to just show you the interesting message in this. So give me a second. Okay. All praises to the highest Yahuwah. So look at this. Let me show y'all this, bro. This is pretty crazy. All right. So let me full screen this. Okay. So let's look at this. This is Abary, Sham, Shah, Shafarim. All right. So the Hebrew names of the books. Now we're going to just focus on these first 6. Okay. We're going to focus on these first 6 books. Okay. So the very first book, Barashith, means in the beginning. Okay. Very simple. The next book in the Torah is Exodus. All right. In the Abary, this would actually be Shamuth, which means names. Okay. Shin, Mam, Ua, Thou. Shamuth. The thou right here makes the TH sound. Okay. So it should be Shamuth. All right. So in the beginning, names. Then you have Uyakara. Uyakara means and he called. Kara means call. So in the beginning, names. And he called Uyakara. Then numbers, Bamadabar, which means in the wilderness. All right. Then you have Deuteronomy. And this is Dabarim. Dabarim. And this means words. It should actually be Hadabarim, which is the words. So let's start from the beginning. So in the beginning, names. And he called in the wilderness the words. And what's the last book we're going to look at? Joshua, Yahusha. So look at that. In the beginning, names. And he called in the wilderness the words Yahusha. Come on, man. Y'all cannot tell me that the Most High is not the highest. I mean, everything about the Bible, bro, is fascinating to me. Everything, especially when you look at it through the Abary, Hebrew lens, you know, without all this English crap. You feel what I'm saying? And listen, I speak English. You probably like, Yexer, don't be a hypocrite. I'm just saying, I know I speak English, bro, but this is why I know that, you know what I'm saying, you know, being able to understand these things and see them for what they are is just Yahuwah, man. It is just the Most High. It is just the highest. But all of these things are so profound when you really look at them. Even the name of Yahusha, Yahuwah, behold the nail, behold the hand, like, bro, oh my gosh. It's just mind-blowing. You know what I'm saying? So all esteem to the highest, bro. But I just wanted to show y'all that because I thought that was so fire. You feel me? It's messages, man. It's messages in the tongue. There's messages in the language itself. You feel me? And you know, that's why, you know, I put forth the effort to learn it. So all praises to the highest. All right. All right. So let me just show y'all this last thing and then we're gonna close this out. All right. So let's connect this all to Yahusha, the name of Jacob's 12 sons, and let's connect this to Yahusha Hamashiach. We're going to bring it home with that. Okay. So it says, now that we understand the names of all Jacob's children, specifically his 12 sons, let's put them all together because they point us to Yahusha. All right. So let's look at this. 1, prophetic overview of the 12 tribes and Yahusha. Each tribe name tells a prophetic story about Yahusha's mission when read together. 1, Yahuwah saw. All right, that would be Ra'ah Uban. Okay, remember the root word is Ra'ah, which is saw. So Yahuwah saw that we were lost and sent his son, Yahusha, right? He heard, Shamaun, the root word is Shama, which means hear or listen. So he heard our cries and brought us back to him. Louis means joined or attached. He attached and joined us to himself as his people. Okay? 4, we now, Yada, praise Yahuwah for our redemption. Yahudah, Yada Yahuwah. Let's keep going. 5, he is the judge, Hadan, who defeated wickedness and transgression, sin. All right. 6, he wrestled on our behalf. Naphtali, wrestle or struggle. So the Most High struggled on our behalf. He fought for us. He chastised us, right, to wrestle us back to him. We had to go through trials and tribulations, experience the wrath of the Most High, the curse of Deuteronomy 28 to bring us back to him. We were stiff-necked, disobedient, didn't listen, hard-headed, right? But he loved us. He wouldn't let us go. So he struggled with us to bring us back to him, just like Yaakov or Jacob wrestled with Yahuwah. Okay, remember that? Remember the man that was wrestling with him? And Jacob even said himself, I have wrestled with the Most High face to face. And he called the land that he wrestled with Yahuwah, Fana'al. Fana means face. All, Aluah, Fana'al. Okay? So let's keep going. 7, he brings what? Good tidings. Good news, good fortune, however you want to say it. Good tidings, you know what I'm saying? Into victory, which is where you get the word God or Gad. Okay? 8, he brings happiness to the redeemed, Ashar. All right? 9, he is our reward and inheritance. Yash Shakar, reward. 10, he dwells with us. Zabalun, dwelling. 11, he increases his kingdom. I go to prepare a place for you. Yahusaf, increase. And 12, Yahusha is the son at Yahuwah's right hand. Ban Yamin. All of these names of these boys point back to Yahuwah, his plan to redeem Yashar'AL back to him by the blood of Yahusha. Hallelujah. Praise the Most High, man. Absolutely profound. So that's it, man. Very, very great lesson. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the highest Yahuwah. You feel me? Yada, Yahuwah. Yeah. Yahuwah's Yahusha. Yes, I agree. Joanna says, Shalom, young prophet of Yahuwah. Sis, I am not a prophet, beloved. I am not a prophet. That is something I will never claim. I'll never say, because there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. I am literally just a vessel of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? A Yahudi vessel. You feel what I'm saying? I would never want to put myself on such a high platform or altitude and you know what I'm saying, and not feel as if that's my calling is to be a prophet. Obviously Yahuwah has revealed things to me prophetically in the past, but I don't think that I would call myself specifically a prophet. But I appreciate you, sis. Shalom to you. Your joy is contagious, Yexer. All praises to the highest, man. Yada Yahuwah. I've been told that all my life, bro. All my life. You feel me? So all praises to the Most High, man. Appreciate you, sis. Yeah. So if y'all have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Doretha L. Cook. Hey, sister. Shalom. Excellent lesson, beloved. All praises to the Most High. Hey, I appreciate you, sis. So good to see you. Yada Yahuwah. Welcome. Latanya says, Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yahuwah. Yada Yahuwah, yada Yahuwah. He is so worthy to be praised, man. I get so excited. You know what I'm saying? We be having a praise party for real. You know what I'm saying? We go live, we have a praise party. All praises to the highest. So yeah. Reading some more of y'all comments. Batiyah Baya Yashar'AL says, I'm at work and I have a customer, so I'm on and off. I pray I land this $14,000 bed sale. All right, well, bring it on home, sis. I hope you do, sister. All praises to the Most High. Yada Yahuwah. So if you guys have any more questions, bro, I'm happy to answer them. Latanya says, I love you, Yexer and family. Oh, we love you too, sister. Thank you for joining us. All praises to the highest. Dania says, thank you, Yexer, for putting this together. Great lesson. Much appreciated. I appreciate you, sister. Thank you for always being here. You're one of my day ones, so shout out to you. All praises to the highest. Kim Terry says, great lesson. What's up, Aki? Yada Yahuwah. Good to see you, fam. Good to see you. Robin Terry, hey, sister, how you doing? Shalom, Yahuwah, Yahusha in the flesh. Praise the Most High. Yada Yahuwah. Appreciate you, sister. Great edification, many things. Yeah, definitely. So, I have some other teachings I've been wanting to do, you know, throughout the week, this week specifically. I'm still putting some stuff together, but I'm planning to do at least about 2 to 3 streams this week, maybe more. Yahuwah willing, you know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. But I'm planning to do about 2 to 3 streams this week at the most. Unless the Most High puts it on my heart to do something else, I definitely will. Yeah. Loner P says, keep up the good work. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Much love to you, fam. Doretha says, how often do you teach? So usually I do them on Shabbat. I usually do like simultaneous streams. I either do it Facebook and YouTube at the same time, like I'm doing right now. Yeah, I usually do it on Shabbat. As far as like the weekly streams, very, very randomly. It's super, super sporadic. I never know when I'm gonna go live. Sometimes I just kind of just pop on, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I don't even have time to tag people. I just go live and I'm like, okay, well, I'm sure it'll pop up on the feed, but it can usually be pretty sporadic during the weekdays. And I normally don't go live on Pagan Sunday, but we went live yesterday and I said I would come on today and do this. So yeah. But I guess you just got to catch me at the right time if it's any time other than Shabbat. But yeah. Man, what, bro? You know what? I get so irritated, y'all. This person keeps calling my phone, bro, and I get irritated, bro, because it's like, how do you get the wrong number 5 times in a row, bro? Come on now, man. You know that's cap. You did not get the number wrong 5 times in a dang row. Miss me with that, homie. That's goofy. That is goofy. You must think that I'm boo-boo the fool over here. Talking about wrong number. Yeah, right. Okay, hold on. Let me read some of your comments. Love being here with you lovely young people. Oh, we love to have you, sister. We do. For sure. Why not just block the number? I thought I did. That's the crazy thing. You feel what I'm saying? I thought that I did. But it's somehow, some way, I don't know what's going on. It was, I guess, I don't know, maybe it operates a little differently because it's a Google number or something, but I thought I did block it, but somehow this person is still able to contact me. It's weird. I don't know, bro. Yeah. Which, by the way, I haven't really used that number in years. You know what I'm saying? I honestly probably should just discard it. You know what I'm saying? but it has a lot of the contacts that, you know what I'm saying, that's attached to my phone. So if anything happened to my phone, I would still want to be able to access those contacts, which is why I still have it. I just haven't used it in so long. So it's just weird that people are calling me, and it's like they calling me from California numbers. So I'm like, I'm assuming it's somebody from back home, but shoot, who knows, bro? Vanessa Y'all says you always keep it interesting and thorough with your content. No other place I'd rather be. Oh, I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much. Zabida says, dear brother, I thank Yahuwah for responding so quickly as a brother to my message regarding prayer and all of you praying collectively. Love you, brother, and Yahuwah barak you and your family. Oh, I thank you so much, sis. I thank all the other brothers and sisters who are praying for me. I love you all. Yada Yahuwah, Alua Yahusha. Yada Yahuwah, Yahusha. Praise the Most High. DW says, appreciate you, Ak. Young bull standing bold for Yahuwah. Love it. All praises to the Most High. DW Page, appreciate you, Aki. Shout out to you, man. Y'all Majesty says, great lesson, Aki. Love from Bermuda. Bermuda. Wow. We got people all over the world, man, watching. So all praises to the Most High. All esteem to the highest for that. You know, praise Yahuwah. Sometimes I think that we, you know, at least for me personally, I feel like sometimes I underestimate the extent to which the Most High uses me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be kind of shocked when I see how much, you know, the Father has allowed my videos or people to, you know, find me or whatever, however it means that they find me to know who I am. So I always get excited when I see new people say, hey, found your channel, especially even when we see like new faces, you know, new people, names I don't recognize. Most of us that have been here for a while, we all know each other. So it's always nice when we see a new name. We just hope that they're not on some troll type stuff. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on with the phones. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, that's why I try not to answer numbers I don't recognize because, you know, sometimes, you know, you got these scammers and, you know, if you say hello or they be like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And you be like, yeah, I can hear you. And then they'll take a recording of that and, you know, have people blowing up your phone trying to sell you stuff. It's weird, bro. It's a crazy world nowadays, man. I mean, sheesh. I mean, I almost want to go back to the Boost Mobile days. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, where you at? Y'all know what I'm saying? Back in the day, the Boost Mobile phones with the SIM cards, the prepaid minutes. You know what I'm saying? I-95 on the hip with it. You know what I'm saying? With those polyphonic ringtones. Y'all remember how I used to be? Oh, y'all remember them days? You feel me? All praises to the Most High. Latanya says, Yahuwah is waking his people up all over the planet. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. The Father is doing something mighty, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing to see, bro. Like all around the world, bro. All around the world. There's no place where his name cannot be heard or known in this time of information, in this time of, you know, the increase of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And somebody told me the other day, bless their heart, they said, Yexer, my daughter loves your music. She said, my daughter loves your music and she's singing your songs and your music has helped her to be able to kind of, you know, veer away from like the gospel. Cause you know, the thing is like, I still enjoy gospel music because those are kind of the roots of the household I grew up in, right? I mean, we had like soul records and like Sam Cooke and you know what I'm saying, Nat King Cole, you know what I'm saying, Billie Holiday, you know what I'm saying, a lot of those soulful crooners, you know, but I wasn't really allowed to listen to that kind of stuff. So when they wasn't, you know, when it was just me and my auntie, we would play those kind of songs like the Soul Stirrers and all that other stuff. But for the most part, the records we could listen to was gospel records. You know what I'm saying? So I've always had that root, and considering the fact that I was raised, you know, in the Kojic church, you know what I'm saying? The Church of God in Christ is what they call it. You know, I've always had a gospel kind of like background. A lot of my aunties, they were singers, had like a girl group back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I had a very, very gospel kind of background. Obviously grew up in church and all of that. I love that Yahusha 24, Yak. All praises, man. All praises. Love that song, bro. That's one of my favorite songs, bro. Heart of the Torah. That song never gets old, bro. One of my favorite songs from Torah tapes, too. Bermuda, Holland, Anguilla. Wow, Holland. We got people in Holland watching us. Bro, that's wild. Hallelujah, man. Praise the Most High. I was looking at some of my plays on some of my albums and songs, and people in the Philippines. I had somebody in Iceland streaming my music. It's crazy. You know, the Most High can do some crazy things, man. I'm telling y'all. Yexer, are you gonna watch the Super Bowl? I am not gonna lie, Ak. I forgot all about that. I forgot all about it, bro. I don't know. Probably not. Cause you know what I'm saying? I don't really care. The only reason I would watch it is if maybe I see some hidden messages in the commercials, certain agendas that they pushing on us. I would probably be paying attention to. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really bothered with it. But I think is it on right now? Hold on, let me see something. I know they have it on Tubi. But I ain't gonna lie, gang. I low-key forgot all about it, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, fam. Totally forgot about it. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I guess they're not. They haven't started yet. Let me see. Yeah, they haven't started it yet. It looks like. It looks like they just doing like the briefing and all that other stuff. So yeah, they haven't started it yet. I don't know. I mean, I might watch it, but like I said, at the end of the day, it's not really something I care about. It's all staged. It's all, you know what I'm saying, pre-predicted. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Larry Johnson, shout out to him. He exposed how fake the NFL, the NBA, all of this stuff is rigged. It's all, you know what I'm saying, predestined who's going to win. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's WWE, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember how disappointed I was when I realized wrestling is all fake. It's the same thing with sports, bro. You know what I'm saying? They already know who's going to win. It's just entertainment at this point. 6:30 Eastern time. Yeah, I'm on Eastern time, so it's not going to, it ain't even going to pop off right now. I think they're just doing like the pregame show, essentially. Not watching that garbage, same for the Grammys. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been stopped watching award shows and all of this stuff because at the end of the day, all of this stuff is just a huge ritual, you know what I'm saying, a high level sorcery, you know what I'm saying, being performed in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want no witchcraft being put on me. I'm good. I deal with enough spiritual warfare as it is. Uncommentary says, dang, I'm late. Shake my head. Shalom, Mashbaka. Please smash the like button for Aki. Fam, let me ask y'all something. Cause uncommentary, let me ask you something. Did you get notifications? To everybody that's here, that's not, you know what I'm saying, on the Discord or whatever. Did you give me a 1 if you got notifications from YouTube? Like, YouTube is the one that lets you know that I was going live or that I am live right now. Give me a 1 if you got that. Give me a 2 if you did not get any notification. You just happened to go on YouTube and saw that I was live. Because I know that they are definitely censoring and like trying to suppress me, shadow ban me. So you guys are not aware that I'm live sometimes. Okay. So a good chunk of people did. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so a good chunk of y'all did. Royale, I think if you say you ain't getting notifications, I'm glad that I let you know that I was going live today, so you knew, you know what I'm saying, that I would be live. But it looked like a lot of people got notifications. I guess some of us just didn't. I don't know why I'd be doing that, bro. It's crazy. This is weird. Kendrick Lamar is supposed to do the halftime show. Yeah. You know what? I wanted to talk about something. So I might jump off of here and jump back on because I don't want to include it in this video. But You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna think about it for a minute if I want to talk about that. But anyway, Ugana Askali says it is common practice in Africa to name their children in the same fashion, meaning tied to Abba. The Igbo tribe is notorious for that. Yup. Facts. Matter of fact, like one of my homies, man, you know what I'm saying, y'all know he's Eritrean. He from East Africa, Eritrea. And what I find interesting about him is everybody in his family has a biblical name. You know what I'm saying? They all have biblical names. Like his sister does, his brother does, his father, his mother, like everybody. And he said most people, you know what I'm saying, from the part of town that he's from in Eritrea, they all have biblical names that you'll find in scripture, which is interesting. You know what I'm saying? And even if you think about like the Igbo tribes, you think about some of those Bantu tribes, they all have biblical names. You feel what I'm saying? Which is so interesting. Uncommentary says, I received a notification that your live was in 30 minutes, but I saw it late because I'm at work. Oh, okay. Totally understandable, fam. Appreciate you being here though. Kathy says, I get it from Patreon, but I was on my phone for a bit. Oh, okay. Got you. Sometimes with Patreon, like when I'm posting links, sometimes I do it like right when I go live. You feel what I'm saying? I got to start doing everything ahead of time. That way, you know what I'm saying, if you get it through Patreon, it'll let you know. Doretha says, I got notification by Facebook. Okay, so at least Facebook, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like Facebook, well, you know, Facebook, it's like a love and hate relationship because sometimes Facebook will push me through the algorithms and people will see my stuff, and sometimes I get buried in the algos, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a gamble when it comes to Facebook for sure. YouTube, stay hating on me though. They stay hating. All right, fam. Well, thank y'all again for joining the stream. I think I will come back on here, but I'm gonna jump off and jump back on. So, you know what? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna set this up now, and I'm gonna just drop the link, and y'all could just join me on this next stream, and we gonna talk about because I got some things to say, bro. All right, it's nothing bad, but I just want to talk about a certain individual who goes by the name of Snoop the Doo-Doo Dog. I gotta drag him for the filth. Oh boy. I'm gonna call it Snoop the Doo-Doo Dog Pack Out. I gotta call some things out because I saw this commercial with him shilling for them Revelation 2939 folk, and I said, okay, it's already bad enough, you know, you was doing the rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat on stage at that rally, you know what I'm saying? But now I gotta call some things out, so it's personal. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna set it for, just give me like, I'm gonna set it for 4 o'clock. I'm gonna set it for 4:15. Actually 4:10. Probably start before that, but I'm just setting it there just because. All right. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. And I'm gonna end this stream. So let me get the link for you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat for you guys, and I'm about to go live in like literally like 2 minutes as soon as I jump off of here. Just give me 1 second, fam. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me drop this in the chat. Doo-doo dog. All right, fam. Join me over there in like 2 minutes. All right. Link is in the chat. I just want to talk about some things. All right. So I'll see y'all over there. Please hit the like button on your way out. Much love to all of y'all in the name of Yahushua, the coming King. Shalom.
Hey, Yexer.
It's the Y-E-K to the C-Y-R. Narrow path, gang running, so we all raise the bar. If you on that broad path, hey, you won't get far. It's the Y-E-K to the C-Y-R. Keep the laws and commandments, Torah gang. Business. The way that I live, I don't follow religions. Shabbat in the feast days, no Easter, no Christmas. Yahusha taught the law, it's not abolish or finish. The Father named Yahuwah, you reducing the titles. And Lord mean Baal, that's a Canaanite idol. No religious institution, I just stay with the Bible. Preparing for Messiah, I await his arrival. The name is Yahusha, let's make it go viral. Rejecting his name, you to see by these idols. Yehudi, not a Christian, more a Muslim, a Jew. I don't follow no religion, and neither should you. It's the Y-E-K to the C-Y-R. Narrow path, gang running, so we all raise the bar. If you on that broad path, hey, you won't get far. It's the Y-E-K to the C-Y-R. Yeah, the Torah is life, yeah, I'm keeping the law. Grace alone won't save you, contradictions of Paul. But without grace, you cannot keep the law. At the name of Yahusha, demons tremble and fall. Bold as a lion, don't fear the devil at all. I'm listening to Yahuwah, not listen to y'all. Kick the devil in his face, I'm empowered by Yah. All esteem to the king, Rumamu Yahuwah. Because I keep the laws, they say I'm lost in the code. Burning sage, using crystals, yeah, that's all to your code. False doctrine disproven, and they don't want the smoke. Been going hard for the kingdom ever since I awoke. It's the Y-E-K to the C-Y-R. Narrow path, gang running, so we all raise the bar. If you on that broad path, hey, you won't get far. It's the Y-E-K to the C-Y-R. Yeah.